30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Locke taking the snap at 1. And Stills over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Stills the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A nice little juke. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Darren Lee on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Going up top. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A final shot before half for Locke. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. KJ Hamler returning it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
On the return. They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Block now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7.
Now Tua on the option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Hamler now to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Take over 1st down and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. First touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 21-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Darren Lee there to get him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a handoff working right. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Another carry.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there.
The running back again.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the deep. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown. Philip Lindsay, 91 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Diablos 28, Dolphins 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to hit right in the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this one back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know
that he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. And they run the option on second down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw in his lock. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
The 22-yard line.
Here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Brandon McManus.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
For 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. On play action. Here's Tua. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 34 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
2 to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Lindsey on the carry.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Miami, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.